first introduce myself. My name is Krista Tolley, and I am the proud business leader here at X-Treme Enterprises. And this is what's cooking in Tupperware today. Right now, this very moment, we're going to be making this amazing, yummy recipe. And we're going to start out with our fabulous consultant. She's pretty new, and her name is Stacy. So Stacy, come off of mute and just introduce yourself and tell us, what are you doing over there in your kitchen, girl?
Yeah, hi. My name is Stacy. Like she said, I have 6 kids. So if you think you're too busy to sell Tupperware, I promise you're not. I work a full-time job also. This is my son, Augustine, and he's gonna help us today. The idea to do the carrot cake came because I have a garden and I planted lots of carrots this year. And I used my Fridge Smart to keep them fresh. I dug these carrots a couple weeks ago, and I love these Fridge Smarts. They have a little thing on the front here that can explain to you exactly where you need to put your little tab to keep your produce at its optimum freshness. And there's a little tab there, and that makes it open or close or in between. So I've had these carrots in here for a couple weeks, and as you can see, besides being a little dirty because I dug them on the ground, they are looking really, really good. So we peeled those, and we are using our Great Master Shredder to shred the carrots. This is awesome. It's got a little rubber thing at the bottom so that it doesn't move when you're trying to do it. It's got a little thing here you turn to keep that on the counter. It's got a little arrow so you know which way you're supposed to turn it. And it's so easy. Augie, are you gonna turn this? Yeah, my son, he loves helping me with this. This is a great way to keep your kids involved. I love having my kids in the kitchen, and he loves helping me. So this is a great way to get them involved. All the Tupperware stuff is super easy to use and really fun for the kids to do. So, and as you can see, it works great, shreds everything. It's got 2 different size cones. We've got kind of the smaller one in there because you probably don't want big chunks of carrot in your cake, but there is a bigger one also that can shred things like cheese. You can also, I planted beets as well, and we make borscht. You shred beets for that, and you can also make a cake with beets or with zucchini. So this works great for all of those things, and so we get lots of use out of this at our house, and it's high quality. We haven't had any issues with it. So we've got our carrots shredded. This recipe also calls for buttermilk, and if you don't know, if you don't keep buttermilk on hand all the time, which I do not, a good trick is to just mix milk and either vinegar or lemon juice and let that sit, and it turns into buttermilk. So the little snack cups that Tupperware has works perfect for that, to kind of let that sit and turn to buttermilk. And so I'm going to go ahead and dump that in my bowl. I've already got some of my other ingredients in there, the oil, sugar, the vanilla, and the eggs. I've got those all in that bowl. This also calls for freshly grated ginger. Now, if you don't have fresh, you could always use powdered, but I do have fresh. Our awesome orange peelers that have a million uses. One of the uses is to peel that skin off the ginger. So you can go ahead and use that to peel the skin off the ginger. And then I've got a couple different ways to grate the ginger. You can't really use this because you want the ginger into teeny tiny pieces. So I can use either our Click series. It has a mini grater on it that works really great for that. And we also have the all-in-one mate that has a grater for the top. And that's got a little measuring cup on the side. So that works really great for the ginger. And so I get that grated, and I can add that to my bowl as well. That fresh ginger really gives a nice zing to your cake. And then, so you mix all of your wet ingredients and the sugar in one bowl, and then you've got all your dry ingredients in the other bowl. And of course, I keep all my dry ingredients in the Tupperware canisters. This one down here is near and dear to my heart. This was my grandma's, so it looks a little bit, doesn't have the design on the newer canisters, but you know, the great thing about Tupperware is that it lasts a really long time, really quality, and yeah, so we've got all of our stuff mixed together. And now I am going, oh, and I almost forgot the nuts. We love nuts at our house. I know nuts are not for everyone, but there are some toasted pecans in this recipe. If you don't like nuts, you can leave it out. A great way to toast them is to use the Ultra Pro lid. That's oven safe, and so that's a great thing that you could just sprinkle them on that lid and throw them in the oven and toast them up. So now that we've got kind of all of our basics ready to go, I'm going to throw it over to Esmeralda, and she's going to mix it up for us and throw it in the microwave.
Used my Power Chef system, though, to mix up all of my ingredients, because it's a high quality product that you have one product to clean up afterward. So we use it a lot at my house because I have a helper also. So I'm going to show you the Power Chef system. It's right in front of me right here. So here are my cake mixture, and I poured it in here ahead of time, and I already mixed it up, like I said, just to save time. But basically you give the paddle a couple of pulls and it mixes it all up for you right here in one container, you guys. And if you're like me, you don't like to use everything in the kitchen and then have to clean it all up. So this is perfect for us to use. But anyhow, I did it all in this Power Chef system. So then you just take the lid off, and I take my paddle out. Try to get as much of it as I can, because Stacy makes some really good cakes and has some really great recipes. So then I'm going to use my stack cooker, which is right here. I've got all the pieces laid out because we've used it once already today. It's a popular item in my house. But the stack cooker, I'll just give you a quick brief introduction to it. It stacks and it cooks in the microwave. So you can cook 3 to 4 course meals in this stack cooker. My favorite part about this stack cooker is that you can cook hamburger or any kind of meat in this strainer here, put it on top of the bottom container, and your meat cooks right here. And then when you go to lift your meat up, this grease is already strained out of it. It's all in the bottom. So you get your healthy meats in here and your grease in the bottom. So this is a good way to cook your meats. You could cook a vegetable in this one, then stack it in the outer container, cook another vegetable or whatever dish you want in this one, stack it in your container. Then we've got the lid. The lid can also be used for a small dessert or a small vegetable. You can put it on top like this to cook a 4-course meal. So you have 1, 2, 3, and 4, or you can flip it if you only want a 3-course meal, 1, 2, 3. And it all goes in the microwave, you guys. It saves time, saves heating up your kitchen in the summer when you want to make a meal. For today's demonstration, we're going to bake the cake inside the stack cooker. So we're going to use our cone. The cone goes in the middle, and then we just pour the batter around it, and then we microwave it. One thing I want to mention before I forget, I've got these lids out. So if you've used your stack cooker for your 3 to 4 course meal, you can store your leftovers in the refrigerator. You just put the lid on top, closes it, seals it, and it's in the fridge. Leftovers for the next day. So I'm going to pour my ingredients into my stack cooker. And like I said, I'm just going to pour it around. I'm going to use my silicone spatula from Tupperware to kind of get all the yummy stuff out. So I'm pouring it. The really nice thing about this silicone spatula is that it comes apart for cleaning. So you don't have to worry about leftover foods or waters or anything in the creases of your spatula. You guys, this smells so good already. And it's not even cooked. So anyway, what I was saying is this top comes off from this. I don't want to do it right now and get all messy, but it comes off for you to be able to wash the pieces in 2 pieces. Okay, so I've got my cake in my stack cooker. I don't want to tip it too much. I don't want to make a mess. Then I just put my lid on top. Make sure it closes. And then I microwave this for 8 minutes. There you go. And then I'll just set my timer for 8 minutes and it's gonna bake.
Microwaves are cooking from the outside in. And so it goes up and around and down and through, and then it cooks about this much into your products from both sides. So that's how the microwaves actually work. I am really excited because I'm going to be teaching you a new, well, this is a cream cheese recipe, and this is using one of our brand new products. Love this product. It's called the Whip and Mix. Isn't that fun? It's just whip and mix. Okay, so anyway, you know, I like to dance. I told you I'm a little crazy. I love to sing, I love to dance. You guys are getting the best of me today. All right, so there is this little funnel. The funnel has measurements, so you can add your wet ingredients into your dry ingredients. We are not using that today. The cool thing about this is it has a handle. It goes on like this. So I already have my cream cheese in there, okay? So I make pickle dip in this. I have done cream cheese frosting in this. There's 2 different, I've done cake mixes. I've done cookie batter. You're gonna see so many different things you can do with this today. So the 1 level is on the 1st level. That's gonna make it really tough for like cream cheese. But for like if you're cooking, if you're whipping up like a cake mix or something like that, then it's gonna be super simple. You need it on the 2nd level, and you can go back and forth. You can do left-handed, right-handed. I just hold it, okay? All I've got is cream cheese, and this came from the refrigerator. I just came from the store. So look at that already, guys. Oh, and then I'm gonna add in some butter, and we will get you guys the recipes, so don't worry. I've already got my vanilla in here. I'm going to add in so I'm using my Zest and Press just for a little bit of orange zest and a little bit of ginger. So I'm going to pour that in. So it's all together. Again, we will get you guys the recipes so you don't have to worry about it. I loved all the tips that Miss Stacy gave us. I'm like, oh, yes, that's amazing, right? Never thought about using my citrus peeler. If you don't have a citrus peeler, let your consultant know that you would like to have a citrus peeler. I'm sure that they have a challenge for you. There we go. We have our, that fast, guys, cream cheese frosting. And I'm going to show you the magic of it all, because we are going to put it on the cake and show you it all together. And so back to you, Stacy.
Yes, hi everybody. Okay, so we've got our cake all finished up, and I did want to add too that if you didn't want to make your cake in the microwave and you wanted to bake it in the oven kind of like the old-fashioned way, we do have silicone forms that you could bake it in, or the Ultra Pro, the 2-quart casserole, or the lasagna pan, depending what size, what shape you want your cake. You could bake